Hey everyone, Don here. Thanks for stopping by, I appreciate it. Wanted to share with you a little story about something that happened a couple weeks ago. Was out on my local golf course, my favorite course. It was a late Sunday afternoon round and the sun was shining, the pace was slow. I was paired up with somebody new. I'd never played with him before and we were having a great easy conversation, enjoying the rhythm of the game until an angry outburst pierced the quiet from like 2 or 3 holes over. I've heard outbursts before in the course, but this was over the top. Apparently a group had hit into another group and tempers flared. I mean, profanity, anger, accusations, you heard it all. Now, I've run into angry golfers before, but this was bad. This guy was pissed, and it was jarring. It was jarring not just because of the volume, but because it reminded me of a time when that could have easily been me. There was a time in my life when golf wasn't about enjoyment at all. It was about perfect shots and chasing that personal best score. My anger during those times wasn't outward, but it was definitely inward. I couldn't handle a bad shot without tearing myself down. The frustration may not have echoed across the course, but it sure echoed loudly inside of me. That Sunday, something though was different. I noticed the anger on the course. I noticed his anger, but I didn't carry it with me. I felt the temptation to shake my head. Oh yeah, to let his outburst sour the mood, maybe even to mutter some self-righteous comments about golf etiquette to myself or to my playing partner. But instead I came back to my breath, the feel of the club in my hand, and the companionship I was enjoying. You see, his issue was not my issue. Golf will test your patience, not just with your own swing, but with the action of others. Kind of like life, huh? People will sometimes hit into us. They push us too hard, they disrupt our pace, or they act in ways that we think they shouldn't. We can't stop that from happening. But we can decide whether to feed that anger or to simply step aside and play our own game with presence. I am learning, slowly but slowly, that serenity isn't the absence of conflict. It's the ability to stay steady even when someone else's storm passes through. That day on the golf course, the man's voice eventually faded behind me. The sun still shone, the conversation picked back up, and the game went on. And so did I, grateful once again for the gift of not reacting. By the way, my score, it wasn't all that great that day, but I sure had a wonderful afternoon. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me today. If this story resonates with you, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button so you can join me each week as I share reflections from recovery, mindfulness, and life's little lessons. See you next time.